Mikuru Asakura was introduced to MMA in high school after taking up boxing early in life as an outlet for his troublesome nature. Asakura made his rising debut on August of 2018 and has never looked back, stringing together an impressive 10-2 record in the promotion and becoming one of the key figures in Japan's combat sports scene. Please welcome Mikuru Asakura from Japan. Followed by known as the DBE, the best ever. He was enshrined into International Boxing Hall of Fame this past weekend for his many accomplishments throughout his storied career. He compiled a perfect 50-0 professional record on his way to winning 12 world titles across 5 weight divisions, all while defeating an astounding 22 world champions. He has continued to give fans great entertainment in exhibition bouts since retiring, and we're thrilled that he's returning to Japan for this exciting event. Please welcome Floyd Money Mayweather. So today I'm very happy to be sitting in between these two athletes to be able to announce the second participation of Floyd Mayweather in Rizin against Mikuru Asakura. Floyd Mayweather was supposed to fight in Japan earlier before the pandemic in an organization called MEGA. However, due to the pandemic, that has been postponed, and Rizin has been taking the contract over for Floyd Mayweather's next fight in Japan. This fight will happen in September in Japan. All details will be announced later this month. But I'm very excited to be working with Floyd Mayweather for the future, not only this one fight, but in a bigger picture in the future to create more exciting content in our platform. Thank you very much. So now we'd like a word from Mikuru Asakura, please. Hi everybody, my name is Mikuru Asakura, and I'll be facing Floyd Mayweather. I'm an MMA fighter, but I'm going to use this opportunity, and I'm going to use him to raise my name and value internationally. I will win this fight. So a comment from Mr. Mayweather, please.
Hey everybody, I'm happy to be here. As you guys know, I just arrived here. I was in Kansas, New York, just being inducted into the Hall of Fame, which is truly amazing. I mean, my body of work, as far as what I'm talking about, I'm just talking about as far as my career, as I'm truly blessed way beyond belief. I got to where I got to just working extremely hard, and I had the right team, you know, always focused, always pushing to be the best. You know, I had so many great days when I was competing at the highest level. But as you guys know now, it's still a great feeling to be able just to travel the world and, you know, basically do these exhibition bouts and have fun and continue to, and my legacy is already engraved in stone, like I said before, but it's still great just to go around the world and entertain people from all walks of life. I'm pretty sure he's gonna come out and give his best, like any and every guy. But I just seen every style. So my job is just to go out there and be me, have fun, and do what I do best. Just had an exhibition in Abu Dhabi. It's supposed to take place in Dubai at the Burj Al Arab on the helipad, but small things, some major things happened. We had to push it back, but eventually we made it happen, and it was fun. Me and Dangerous Down and more, we went out there and we entertained the people. We gave the people what they wanted to see, and I'm pretty sure come September in Japan, we're gonna give people what they want to see. The people want to see me still competing, not the highest level, but they still want to be entertained by Floyd Mayweather, and they want to see just a young guy that's across from me trying to see if he can say Mayweather don't need to be doing any more exhibitions. So that's the ultimate goal. By me just doing exhibitions is keeping my body in shape. I'm able to work out, and that's very, very important, because I always talk about my health. Health is your wealth. And even with me doing these exhibitions, I'm still not taking any punishment. You know, I did one in Japan before, and I had fun. Then we came back, we done one with Logan Paul, and I don't really want to call that an exhibition. You know, I came to entertain. He came to hope. So it is what it is, and it's so crazy that I don't have social media on my phone. So people kept, every once in a while, somebody may send me something, to my phone, and it's so crazy that Logan Paul wants to do an exhibition again, but it's the same guy said he didn't get paid. So it is what it is. But I'm happy to be going back to Japan. I've been to Japan so many times, and I just really want to thank, my team, James McNair, aka the Harlem Hot Boy, aka P-Rilla, for just being a friend that works behind the scenes. And he don't really get that much credit. I'm going to take my hat off to my security team. These guys work extremely hard, day in and day out. We travel the world each and every day. So this didn't happen just, overnight. And there's so many pieces to this puzzle. And we got so many people that works behind the scenes that never get the credit that's due. Boxing is the driving force. It's the driving force that put me in a position to retire my mom, to retire my dad, to put my children in a position where they don't have to work for anyone. And I spoke about this many times. It's all about working smarter, not harder. It's great to go into the Hall of Fame, but when you go in the Hall of Fame, the great thing about it is I did everything on my terms. And you look at so many champions, they can barely walk, they can barely talk. So that's not cool. The name of the game is to hit and not get hit. The less you get hit, the longer you last. And I want to keep everything. Your mind, the mind is a terrible thing. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. And I need this so I can continue to make smart investments and take care of my family. So, but this exhibition, I heard it so many times. You hear so many guys say, I'm gonna beat Floyd, I'm gonna beat Floyd, I'm gonna beat Floyd. Well, we can go out there and he can do good for all 3 rounds. I'll still be 50-0, because it don't count. When it's for all the marbles. If it's really for all the marbles, man, y'all know what I can do. Like last time I went to Japan, and they said, I asked them what y'all want. Y'all want to go the distance? Y'all tell me what y'all want. Y'all want it 1 round, 2 rounds, or 3 rounds? When they said, I said, because I can drag it out like the Logan Paul fight if you want me to. Oh, I can clip him early. I can clip his wings early. So what I did, I'm not gonna clip his wings early. Now, a lot of times when you violate, we will demonstrate. So, but I'm pretty sure he believes in his skills. But you gotta realize, no fighter that he has ever been in the ring with is Floyd Mayweather. Remember, I told you guys, we talked about this before. When you see all these other fighters, they're just fighters. Remember, I'm Floyd Mayweather. I'm on a different level. I'm special. Not just special, very special. So he can work extremely hard. If you really want to, Ryzen is a great company. It's one of the best companies, as far as when it comes to MMA and in boxing. This is a huge company. Now, if he really believes in his skills like that, and he really want to push the envelope, they can put up some more money and we can take it 8 rounds, 10 rounds, and I guarantee he won't be able to go to 8 or 10. But we're gonna treat him nice. We're gonna let him go 3 rounds. We're gonna let him try to land a shot. I may not let him land 1 punch. It's all up to me. It's all on what I want to do. Remember, I'm the puppet master. I'm always in control, no matter what. I'm just happy with all the media that turned out, all the different media outlets. You guys have been amazing throughout my career. And a lot of them, like I said, a lot of the media and a lot of people are the driving force that push me to make me be great. When you tell me I can't do something, push me, I push and push and push because I know that I can do anything. You know, at one particular time, my friends thought I was crazy when I told them that I'll be the first fighter to make 100 million in one night. And I'm not talking about actually, you know, you fight and you get money on the back end. Actually a check for 100 million. No, just being in the sport of boxing, the sport's been good to me. You know, I've seen 100 million over 10 times. And I also would like to, you know, take my hat off to, you know, the sponsors. You know, normally I have different sponsors on my trunks, but the main sponsor this time on my trunks will be Limitless. As you guys can see, Limitless was on my trunks 2 other times, so they're going to be at the top on my trunks. A company that I've been working with for a very, very long time, a great company, a company that's on a rise. So, you know, when you guys see my trunks now, most of the time you see Limitless at the top. In the past, you guys see Hugh Blow, because me, you know, I was able to do some major things with Hugh Blow. You know, we can never forget about certain sponsors, and a lot of fighters don't talk about the sponsors. They just wear them on their trunks and get a couple dollars, but I have to make sure that I mention the sponsors. That's very, very important to me. I spoke about, I said Jake Paul there, so let me apologize. I meant to say Logan Paul. Logan Paul is the same guy that said that he didn't get paid, but someone from his team, the guy who actually put the exhibition on, that I was working with, reached out to us and said that Logan Paul wanted to do another exhibition. Now this is the same guy that said he didn't get paid. So you guys got to start, you know, watching these certain individuals clout chasing. You know, you see these guys constantly bringing up Floyd Mayweather name, you know, on the internet, just trying to, you know, get clout, I should say. I don't know who it was exactly that reached out to James McNair, but he told me this actually the day before yesterday. The same guy that said he wasn't getting paid, that he didn't get paid, which we all know that is truly false. So a lot of times that's why I don't even entertain the bullshit. We know he got paid. If he did get paid, he wouldn't be trying to get another payday. So my focus is Japan, and September we're going to have fun and we're going to entertain the people. This is just another opponent for me. Like I said before, I'm Floyd Mayweather to him. He's just another opponent. You guys can raise your hand, and he will bring the mic to you guys, and I'll be happy to answer the questions. I'm pretty sure like I said before, my opponent, he'd be happy to answer the questions. So I should say Floyd Mayweather is going to answer questions, and my opponent is going to answer questions.
Okay. So please state your name and media.
Eli Segback, Yes News. First of all, congratulations on the Hall of Fame. That's tremendous. If you did fight him in a real fight, do you get in the Hall of Fame a second time?
Once again, this is an exhibition. I'm not here to talk about my body of work. Everybody already know what I can do. I don't have to talk about what I can do. I proved it for I was some world champion 20 years straight, and I'm still able to compete. I'm still able to compete at the highest level, but I didn't let boxing retire me. I retired when I wanted to and on my own terms.
And one more question, Floyd.
Let me translate that.
No, give me one more question.
What was your first boxing memory that you can recall?
My first boxing memory is so many, but my first fight was in 1987, Owasso, Michigan. I was 10 years old, 64 pounds. The fight lasted Probably 30 seconds. It's my first victory.
Thank you.
Let me translate that first.
Thanks for doing this, Floyd. Ron Futrell, 8 News Now in Vegas. One fight-related question, then a couple of Vegas questions for you. Have you watched your opponent fight yet, or will you watch any video of your opponent before this fight?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely not. I don't have to watch anyone. Remember, I'm the king. I'm at the pinnacle. I've always been at the pinnacle. You know, there's only one person to talk about in the sport of boxing. I broke every record, and if you have covered me for years, and you know I broke every record right down the street, on the strip, whether it's the MGM Grand or the Mandalay Bay, it's all one family. So, I mean, everything that I did in the sport, I did it with class. I did it with hard work, and like, I was dedicated to what I did. I've always pushed myself to the limit, but when it's something like this, I don't really have to worry. I don't have to watch tapes on those guys. I mean, I've seen every style. You know, everybody got to watch me. I'm the one to watch. We're all here for me. He's just an opponent, like I said before. Everybody I face is just an opponent. Just no different from when I face Canelo or Pacquiao. They're just an opponent. Remember, they're facing Floyd Mayweather. I'm the best. Simple and plain.
A couple of Vegas questions. LeBron James has talked about an NBA team in Vegas. Have you dealt with him? I know you're a big NBA fan. Have you talked with him at all about that possibility?
Well, I've been communicating with some certain individuals about an NBA team. I've been talking to certain individuals for the last 6 months. So that's something I've been working on behind the scenes, but I've never came out and publicly talked about that, you know, with the media. But me and my team have been working, you know, behind the scenes with the, you know, with the NBA, and I'm working on getting a team. Absolutely, I can't say exactly where, but I'm working on getting a team.
Oscar De La Hoya said he may run for mayor of Vegas. I don't know if you caught that. You might have been in New York at the Hall of Fame. Your thoughts on that?
That's his prerogative. He's able to do whatever he wants, you know, whatever he want to do. You know, so, you know, one week he want to be a boxer, next week he want to do MMA. After that, he want to be a singer, then he want to be a model. You know, he don't know what he want to do. So,
Mayor, man.
Now mayor. Next year he want to be the president. You just don't know with him.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being on time here, by the way. I want to point that out. That made me smile. Not that you've ever been late. Nice seeing you.
I've been late a lot of times. Once again, there's no show without Floyd Mayweather.
No, that was nice. Thank you.
Let me read up. I have some questions from the Japanese media right now. Let me introduce them, and then we'll get back to you. So this is a question from Gong Magazine. So you've had your first exhibition fight in Japan in 2018 against Tenshin Nasukawa.
Actually, that's not my actual first exhibition as a profession.
As a profession,
Yes.
The one in Japan.
Yes.
So this will be your second fight in Rising. What kind of fight do you want to show the Japanese fans?
I just want to give the people entertainment. I mean, it all depends on what he want to do. I mean, if he really want to entertain, you know, they step up and, you know, they compensate me a little bit more. We go a little bit longer, and we can make it a lot more exciting if that's what they want to do. Or we can just keep it, you know, real cool and just do it like 3 rounds.
This begins with ThaBoxingvoice.com. First and foremost, Floyd, I just want to congratulate you on getting to the Hall of Fame. And I want to thank you for continuing to do exhibitions and moving the needle for the sport. You know, no one truly gets the people out like yourself. So thank you for continuing to do that.
I don't want to cut you off, but remember, let the world know, as far as in this era, I'm the pioneer of basically exhibitions. You know, just basically still taking things to the next level, still being able to put on a show, not just a regular exhibition, because, you know, sometimes these guys do exhibitions with headgears, and we still give them, it's still sort of like a fight. So, thank you, and thank you for, you know, acknowledging me for going into the Hall of Fame. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you continuing to just be in the sport because, again, like I said, you moved the needle, but you said something early that records were meant to be broken, and obviously you've broken a lot. Someone that you've mentored, and I guess the boxing public likes to familiarize with you is Devin Haney. At 23, you won your first world title. And
No, not me. I won my first world title at 21.
21, sorry.
Okay.
At 23, Devin has just gone to Australia and undisputed. What do you say about the person you mentored so many years ago, and would you consider that a record broken?
I'm very, very proud of Devin. I'm very, very proud of all the young fighters in this era. I'm so proud of these fighters. You have so many young fighters that's out there keeping the sport of boxing alive and entertaining the people. So I'm proud of all the young fighters that's on the rise. Absolutely. You know, I like to talk about the sport of boxing. You know, what's going on in today's time in the sport of boxing. What I really don't like about the sport of boxing in today's time. You know, I love the best competing against the best, but what I don't like is there's too many world champions in the sport of boxing. And it's crazy, and I thought about that when you just asked me a question. So we had Rolly, who was the WBA champion. We had, at lightweight, we had Tank, that was the WBA champion. At lightweight, we had Devin Haney, was the WBC champion at lightweight. And then Camboso, who fought Devin Haney, had the WBC, the WBA, the WBO, and the IBF. Once again, there's too many champions at these different weight classes. Now you have 10 fighters in the top 10. And now, out of all 10 fighters, you may have 6 or 7 guys that's champion. And the reason why is because they said, well, why is there so many champions? Well, let me tell you guys what goes on in the sport of boxing that they're not telling you. Every time a fighter fights, he pays a sanctioning fee. A champion fight, he pays a sanctioning fee. So if a fighter has 4 belts, he pays 4 sanctioning fees. So if a sanctioning body, far as, I don't want to say one specific sanctioning body because they will say, oh, Floyd was coming specifically at a certain sanctioning body. But we're going to just say one of the belts, one of the sanctioning bodies. If they got 3 champions or 4 champions, they get money from all 4 of those champions when they should only be collecting money from 1 champion. It's not a such thing as an intern champion. You got guys walking around carrying belts and people think they're champions and they're not really champions. The great thing about my career, honestly, if I was able to really fight in this era where you could, you know, they basically handing out belts and they putting guys in position that, like when I was fighting, you had to really earn it. Whereas you got Lomachenko, a guy that can fight for a world, I mean, even though he's, you know, with a guy having, what, 400 amateur fights, he's a professional anyway, but he shouldn't be allowed to fight for a world title in his 3rd or 4th fight. What I did in my career was, when I turned professional, I fought to fight for the title against Gennaro Chicanito Hernandez, I fought 17 fights in a year and a half, then I fought for the world title. So I earned it. Nothing was given to me. And I talked about that yesterday. Nothing, what we're doing is we're watering the sport down. Everybody is champion now. There should only be 4 champions at each weight class. But it's more than 4. Now, in the top 10, you may have, you got 10, in the top 10, you may have 12 fighters that's in a weight class that's champion. So the sport of boxing, we need to clean this up with all the sanctioning bodies. I'm not just talking about one particular sanctioned body because, I mean, I was a fighter at one particular time. A fighter that was competing at the highest level. And I feel that, and I don't want the young fighters to get upset like, oh, Floyd coming at me. Oh, he's coming at me. I'm not coming at you young fighters. I'm talking about the sanctioning bodies. I'm talking about cleaning the sport of boxing up. I was put in this position to clean the sport up. I don't want to be in boxing if I can't help, if I can't give back. I don't want to just give back financially. I'm giving my time back, but I'm also going to give my voice. We have to clean the sport of boxing up. There's too many champions at these weight classes.
How do we start?
I mean, y'all the writers. Y'all have to say something about this. Y'all have to say something about this. If I'm saying this era, it's easy to win a title. Anybody can be world champion in this era. Anybody in the media, y'all guys, we can let y'all fight on the Southern Circuit, move y'all the right way, and in 24 months y'all could be everybody's world champion now. Everybody. So I just don't like it.
Requests? Fight colors? Okay. So we'll do a face off now.
Okay.
Okay, okay, thank you. So just face again, handshake, and we're done. Okay, thank you everybody. We'd like to finish our first session of today's press conference.
What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.